Hi Scorpio, the Awakened Dreamer here to give you a monthly money and career tarot reading for the month of October 2021. I do want to thank you genuinely for joining me, but I also want to remind you in this moment to go ahead and like the video, comment down below, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. And we're going to begin by pulling a couple messages from the Soul's Journey deck, okay? I am an exhausted mess, so do bear with me. But as I do the initial shuffling, keep in mind general monthly intuitive read for the sign of my lovely Scorpios. So take what resonates, leave what doesn't for somebody else, and check out the other placements, the other readings on the channel for more messages. You just never know. And yeah, let's get started. All right, for my lovely Scorpios for the month of October 2021, money and career situation. Judgment flying out. I'm going to pull the other two right from the top of the deck. We're aiming for 3, or we're pulling 3. 2 of which are purple, and we have adversity at the bottom of the deck. So about challenges, you need to not compare yourself to other people's situations, progress, and sort of obstacles at this time throughout the month. You need to remember that everything happens for a reason. But the reason I mentioned purple, it's a very spiritual and royal color. A reminder at certain points in the month may take place from the universe to put your crown back on, to feel sort of royal in one way, shape, or form. But so judgment, I understand that everyone has their own unique path and challenges. And so I was just saying, I need to not compare, you know, where you're at, how far you've come, you know, what you've dealt with up until this point within the money, categories of money and career to anybody else, right? Everyone goes through their own path, has their own path, goes through their own ups and downs, successes and whatnot. But as well, you might find that there's a level of judgment and sort of opinions flowing in and sort of surrounding you at this time. People even outside of your work environment, but it could be coworkers, your boss, or even your employees if people work for you, clientele. But it feels like family members as well, sort of being very nosy and judgmental when it comes to the choices and decisions you're making with your money and, you know, within your career. Regret, I know that I cannot change the past. And so you're going to find yourself reflecting or thinking back to certain choices financially that maybe didn't work out or did work out, regardless of how it pertains to you, or even certain jobs you've left or decided to stick with at one point in time when you maybe should have left. And a need and a push from the universe to remember that you can't change the past, you know? What happened, happened. Let's just learn from it, grow from it. Don't sit in it. Bring yourself back to the present moment and let's move on, okay? Trust, I accept that my inner voice will always guide me correctly. And so as you move through the month of October, you're going to find yourself needing to trust that beautiful Scorpion intuition, what you know within, you know, looking within for those answers that you desire at this time when you're sort of trying to figure out if an opportunity is right for you to move forward with or continue, or just, you know, trying to figure out if you should invest in this or that, or save your money for this or that as you trickle down your path. Feeling like at times you want to, with all the judgments and opinions surrounding you and flowing in, you know, without you sort of asking for them, it's kind of hard and it's easy to get lost in them, right? And sort of lose that inner voice that you have. And so just getting in touch with your intuition, that voice within, that gut feeling, and just trusting it all the meanwhile as you try to figure a few things out throughout the month, okay? And so we're going to continue and pull 6 tarot cards from the Light Seers Tarot deck. So an initial shuffling for this, if I could even say it. One more. Okay. For my lovely Scorpios to continue for this money and career read for October 2021. Okay, we got the first one popping out. Wow. I'm going to pull the last 4 right from the top of the deck. Okay. With the Queen of Swords at the bottom, as well as the 3 of Swords, there may be a focus on certain emotions, or sort of you feeling let down by certain energies or situations from the past when it comes to your money and career. But a need to move forward and sort of enter that Queen of Swords mindset when need be to make a change or to eliminate, you know, something, maybe a financial obligation or something that's costing a lot of money. I feel like some of you Scorpios will be looking at your monthly subscriptions as well throughout the month and re-examining what's actually necessary, or sort of where you've been spending your money in one way, shape, or form, okay? So we're beginning the spread with the Ace of Wands, which will clarify with the Mermaid Tarot deck. Just struggling to think. What do we have for this Ace of Wands for Scorpio? Flying out, we have the Hanged Man. So I feel like you begin the month, you know, overthinking things to a certain extent. Feeling like a lot of you Scorpios are finding it hard not to separate yourself from the judgment. Being aligned with the Judgment card, the opinions, once again, how people truly feel about where you're investing your money, where you're moving, you know, how you're moving in regards to your career. Sorry for the struggle, but I need with the Hangman to adjust your perspective, to take a step back and maybe separate yourself from other energies and situations at this time, if you can find the time to do so, to figure out where you're feeling restricted, right? How things need to change and be adjusted to see the success you desire at this time, to complete certain goals, financially or just career-wise. Feeling like, again, it's very easy to get lost in the judgments and the opinions, but also just kind of feeling the need to implement more self-care and maybe meditation to simplify your mind, as it feels like it is racing a million miles per hour, okay? And then we're moving on to the Four of Pentacles. And so as you move into the middle of the first half of the month, it feels like the universe is going to remind you to loosen that beautiful scorpion grip. Wanting to see things work out perfectly, they're flying out for your reading. The Knight of Pentacles, feeling as if you're thinking a lot about the progress you're making, feeling ready to sort of charge after something with the Knight of Swords in a sort of confident, fast-paced manner. But feeling like this is how it feels like this is how you're feeling, horribly put. But the reality of your situation is more so the Knight of Pentacles, where things are moving a little bit slower than you expected or desire at this time. But wanting to sort of control things or see things pan out perfectly, you know, thinking a lot about the past and your regrets and whatnot, and needing to let that go. Maybe certain judgments and people around you in your situation are not allowing you to easily let go of how things panned out in the past or didn't pan out. And you being reminded by the universe that the pace of things is purposeful, that destined timing is at play, and to just let things unravel and proceed in an organic, natural manner. You trying to force things will put a heavy sort of pressure on your situation or other energies, and won't really allow for things to unravel in the way they're meant to. Also need to remember, and a reminder from the universe, that the money you put out, you know, making purchases, whatever investments, will come back in one way, shape, or form. You will be replenished, okay? The Chariot. Bear with any background noise, but it feels as if you make your way to the end of the first half of the month and a level of motivation takes over. You being reminded by the universe to implement a new sense of balance as you go after what you feel is proper or is right for you at this time. What do we have for this Chariot card for Scorpio? With the Ten of Swords and the Five of Cups, it just feels as if while you're sort of planning or getting ready to go after what you deserve within your finances, certain goals, or it could be a new job or a side hustle, or just a new level of success for your business, it's going to be hard for you not to think back to the past or focus on what didn't work out or hasn't worked out up until this point, feeling as if, you know, you're a bit depleted or just feeling a bit worn down, given all you've been through, the ups and downs. But being aligned with the Trust card, needing to just very much like the Hangman, take a step back and trust that inner voice, your gut feeling, what you know to be true, you know, what you've learned up until this point from all the obstacles and the success that you've experienced. And just remember that you will figure it out for yourself. You know, of course, keep an open ear, but just look within and trust what you know, what you've learned, and what is right for you. You'll figure it out, okay? But it's not going to help to keep revisiting the past. Moving on to the Strength card to begin the second half of the month and spread. And so it feels like, given we're just making our way past the end of the first half, which is feeling a bit depleted, you may have to put up a bit of a facade, excuse me if I could even say it, to appear a bit stronger, whether it means going to work and just appearing that way, or just for those in your life in general. But a reminder comes through from the universe that the possibilities are endless for you at this time, and don't second guess yourself or what you deserve, okay? Don't second guess your worth. What do we have for the Strength card? Six of Pentacles. And to sort of reinstate or sort of inspire you to stay strong or to dig for that inner strength, to start things on a fresh manner, mindset-wise, when it comes to your finances and your career. With the Six of Pentacles, a gift of abundance comes in from the universe. And remember that it's not just money. It could be in form of an opportunity, a helping hand, you name it. It could just be money popping into your account or in the mail. But it's just keeping you positive or allowing you to bring it back to that optimistic way of being and just inspiring you to dig for the inner strength once again, to keep things simplistic, being aligned with the Ace of Wands and the Hanged Man, to adjust your perspective once again towards optimism, positivity, and hope. And we're moving on to the Six of Cups. And so the past is a huge focus throughout the month as you're drawn to past memories. I feel like certain blanks will be filled in from past opportunities that didn't work out as to why. It'll sort of connect up until your current opportunity or what you're about to go after. An aha moment, I feel the need to say, you know, why something didn't work out to lead you to this or to that, you know, that kind of moment. For the Six of Cups for Scorpio. Wow. It could feel like these memories, these blanks being filled in are just a bit overwhelming. And a reminder that you're a star in the making and you're going through healing as you revisit the past. I feel like way too much throughout the month. Okay, we're not going to take those. We have the Eight of Swords to clarify. And so you sort of thinking back to a situation that was restricting, limiting, or sort of led you to one, right? In one way, shape, or form. And a reminder comes in through the universe, from the universe, that everything happens for a reason. And you need to remember that you're going to end up moving towards a new level of success, even if it doesn't feel like it throughout the month. A better understanding at this point in the middle of the second half as to why things have been happening a little bit slowly or not as quickly as you would expect or desire. And another reminder comes through to sort of bring it back to the present moment once you get those blanks filled in, and to keep that grip loosened or just to loosen it once again if you've kind of decided to bring it back to that need for control, okay? The Wheel to finish up the spread. And so it feels like things start to happen for you towards the end of the month. It feels like a change starts to take place, you know, a level of success. Something succeeds or begins to. I feel like a Scorpio is getting, some of you are getting a job that you desire. What do we have for this Wheel for Scorpio? With the Four of Wands and the Lovers, it feels like a level of love surrounds you. With the Tower at the bottom, it may entail sort of a situation coming to an end where you get an ideal job and you have to put your current one to rest. That was so depressing in the way I put it. Or it could just be you thinking about putting a situation to rest in order to move towards something bigger and better. But things starting to happen for you at the end of the month. Push from the universe to celebrate all of which. And a reminder that it's also, you can feel more balanced all the meanwhile. But it feels like you're thinking a lot about how you, your financial situation, your career benefits your loved ones. Some of you Scorpios who are single out there meet a loved one through a new opportunity or through your job. And it just feels like things are starting to fall into place and happen for you all at once. You know, it's one of those situations where things don't happen very quickly or at all. And then everything starts to pour in and kind of unravel all at the same time. But being aligned with the Chariot, remember we were talking about going after what you deserve and, you know, feeling a bit depleted. It's just you feeling as if all of the effort you've been putting forth, the hard work is starting to pay off. It's like you didn't give up and you kept moving forward, even if at times you felt like you were going through a slip up or the ups and downs, you know, feeling like you're riding a roller coaster, but all is just feeling like it's worth it towards the end of the month. Just keep that in mind as you make your way through the rough parts of the month, okay? So let's finish up this beautiful reading by pulling a small Making Magic card or two for Scorpio to wrap up this reading. Time to shine creates the energetic resonance for golden opportunities. So you're going to be reminded by the universe at certain points in the month to let yourself shine, to let yourself glow on a different level as you change and you grow into the individual you're meant to, as you potentially make adjustments throughout the month and figure out what's right for you, and allow yourself to feel proud of the progress you start to make towards the end of the month as things work out for Scorpio. All right? So I hope this reading was truly helpful. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. I hope you have the most amazing month, and I'll see you next time. Bye, Scorpio.